Hey everybody, it's Eddie from Tokyo. This is your cryptocurrency update from Japan. And wow, the comments that I received both in YouTube and on Twitter with that video clip that I uploaded that had the managing director for Ripple fielding the question if the XRP price matters or not. Well, let me weigh in on my own upload. I think Cindy should, improve her answer just in case she gets that question one more time. But still, Ripple employees can't give an answer that a holder would like to hear. First and foremost, there's an ongoing case. So she can't allude to any sort of gain in the price if the asset is held. However, I thought the comment that came from Short the FOMO, that was the most mind-twisting. His tweet reads, "The great thing we are seeing in the data is this is the case." Now, remember, this is a website called 3xrp.dev, and he really does a wonderful job at tracking ODL. This is from all of the gateway exchanges. And you can see that he's tracking those flows, and he makes a great point. Where ODL is used and in play as price falls, more and more XRP is getting used to service these flows. So it got me to thinking, for the current annualized run rate of 15 billion, if all that volume was in ODL, you'd only see 300,000 XRP used to service those flows if it was that $50,000 price for each asset. There would sure be a lot of idle XRP hanging around with very little to do.
Welcome to Bitcoins and Gravy, episode 54. At the time of this recording, Bitcoins are trading at $227 each, and everybody's favorite LTB coin is trading at 0.000253 US dollars each. Now that's gravy.
This video was recorded in 2015, and it features David Schwartz, the CTO of Ripple right now, as a guest. Can you believe that LTB coin, which launched in 2014, well, it did have a high of $1.81 in 2014, and then an all-time high of $1.89 in 2018. But today it's just pretty much an obscure memory. Now, the reason why I bring this video up is because the Ripple wallet that I talked about in yesterday's video, and that's just a big pool of XRP that Ripple owns, and the ODL users can dip into it on demand when they need XRP to execute a transfer. It received a lot of negative comments, and maybe I think I can guess a few reasons why, mostly just due to not having the right information. I've been talking about that Ripple wallet since June of last year when it was announced. And the first time I ever heard about those big giant pools of XRP located all over the globe was in this video. As David describes the vision, which was really non-tested at that time in 2015. I'm going to put a link to it in the description of this video. I think if you're really into XRP, it's one you want to listen to. And oh, by the way, I was viewer 589. I was asked today if Lightning Network exists in Japan, and it does. There are some hardcore Bitcoiners that do run a channel. You know, they open one on one side and somebody is on the other side. Now, whether or not those channels are actually utilized, I can't tell you that. But what I can tell you is one of the big exchanges here in Japan called BitBank did make a serious effort to put the Lightning Network into practical use here back in February, I believe it was. And I went to see if there was any progress made. And what I did find was kind of interesting. They'd made a 31-page deck that shows that what Lightning Network actually looks like with the centralized banking hubs attached to it. And then on the right-hand side, what people think Lightning Network should look like, but is not possible. So just so you know, the Lightning Network is completely centralized. And it just can't get around that because that is the way it's designed. And speaking of Bitcoin, I guess Saylor now rewrites history. You must know, if you don't, in June 2021, Bitcoin miners, who definitely run on economic motive, they voted to change the Bitcoin protocol with the Taproot upgrade. So I don't know how these guys can keep a straight face and just nod their heads when they hear Saylor spewing this crazy talk. Listen to this.
Companies vote on things. If the shareholders get a vote, that makes it a security, right? The only way to establish a commodity in cyberspace is someone has to follow Satoshi's example. The example is you create the software, you give it to the world with no economic motive, right? And the protocol is set forever, and no one changes it.
I know this space can just drive you crazy sometimes, but it also gives you a lot of, well, surprises. This is one surprise that came from SBI VC Trade from August 17th. They are going to launch Cardano, Dogecoin, Stellar Lumens, Tezos, and Solana. This is going to be on the flagship exchange, SBI VC Trade. I have to be honest, I'm just so surprised. And I did prepare to share with you, even before I knew about this, some updates that came from the Stellar Network, because as I have promised you, I am doing a ton of research to really consider if I should add XLM back into my portfolio. Let me at least share with you what I found, and it's pretty positive.
So let's dig in, and let's start with total accounts. So in Q2, total accounts hit 6.9 million, which is a 28% year-over-year increase. Next, the total number of payments. Q2, there were 38 million payments compared to 7.5 million in the same quarter of last year. That's over 400% growth year-over-year. So that means we continue to see more accounts that are making more payments. We're headed in the right direction. Next up, how are these accounts and payments driving volume on Stellar's decentralized exchange, aka the DEX? So combined order book and automated market maker volume surpassed 90 million lumens worth per day, which is a 166% increase year-over-year. Next up, total operations. So this metric represents raw network activity, and that's because operations are all the functions that change the state of the ledger. So it includes payments and path payments, orders to buy and sell assets, depositing into AMMs, the whole shebang. This quarter, the network surpassed 823 million operations, which is an 88% increase year-over-year.
The new Genfinity Lighthouse report, it is live. Let's see, if you access the report, which is free, you can see here the August issue has been uploaded. It's really a beautiful interactive media. This is got a lot of content to it as well. Let me just briefly go through the menu. You've got a market sentiment by Santiment. So you've got the adoption review, King Solomon, market performance. There's a technical analysis. There's TradFi. There's DeFi and Web3. I brought a video and article of Market Asia. You've got a legal review article by Jeremy Hogan. If you've not read anything by Sadaf here, she's the one that brought DeFi and Web3. She's really, really skilled. And the technical analysis was good because it's a tag team with King Solomon and the Pre-IPO Club. And then, of course, Darren Moore, he is the best researcher in the space with his macroeconomic deep dive. There's a utility deep dive by Tokenizer. And I've got this other section too called the Executive Suite. There's a really surprising really surprising development for Bitcoin. And I'll give you a hint, ISO 20022. And then we've got the Citizen of the Future bringing the grid. And then there is just this thank you page at the end. But you can see here, it's just really, it's a beautiful, beautiful media. And it's got just a tremendous amount of hours of work behind it. So yeah, do enjoy it because I think it's pretty amazing for the quality and the fact that it is free of charge. Anyway, I will again put a link to it in the description below, and yeah, do enjoy. There's a lot of videos too, and these videos are exclusive to this content, so you don't want to miss that. All right, everybody, let's jump to the fluff. I wanted to talk about the round watermelon in Japan. They're really popular. And just on the 27th of July, it was Watermelon Day. And so I was going to talk about all the different varieties and how expensive they are. But hang on, look what I found. Moonchaser was out shopping in her market today, and she found a brand new style, which is called the Godzilla egg. I haven't seen this yet. But take a look at the price. In US dollars, this is about $40. That is what you'll pay for a Godzilla egg or a round watermelon. Yeah, they are expensive. Now, I don't pay that kind of money for a watermelon, but I do pay $5 US for a peach. And it's worth every bite. Wow, they're delicious here. All right, everybody, do take care. Sayonara for now. Bye-bye.